Welcome into Halftime Huddle. All right, fans, are you ready? For Chiefs Kingdom and the millions watching around the world, are you ready? This show is presented by Starcade Media, where we break down all the action from the first half of the Chiefs game. And now, introducing your hosts, Chase, Riley, and Jaymes Howell.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Chase, a.k.a. CR Media. I'm here with my friend, Jaymes Howell, and you are joining us for Starcade Media's Halftime Huddle. Jaymes, how are you today, sir?
Man, I can't complain. Unfortunately, it was kind of a sloppy half of football. Wasn't really what we were wanting to see. I'd like to see a little bit of a faster start. But we're right in it. What a big stop right there on the second half, or at the end of the half by Carlos Dunlap, and we're right there in it. We're in it to win it. So can't really complain much.
Yeah, the Chiefs are not the Chiefs, but the Cincinnati Bengals are 5-1 against the Chiefs so far. Counting the AFC Championship last year, this team seems to give us a little bit of trouble. Not just that, but Joe Burrow's 2-0 against the Chiefs. Like I said, this is not a good matchup. And you and I talked about this as well. We mentioned, you mentioned, kind of give you your flowers. You mentioned earlier in the season that this game could give us trouble. And halfway through the season, I disagreed with you. But then we got to this game, when you and I talk on Tuesdays on Arrowhead Asylum, when, we talked about it and you mentioned again, you were like, hey, like I said that, like, this game could give us trouble. This team could pose to be a threat to us. And now we're seeing it,
Yep.
man. Now it's like,
I think it really boils down to the battle of the offensive line and defensive line, battle of the trenches. Yeah. Joey Burrow, if we give him time, he's going to tear us up. Yeah, and that's what I was saying on Tuesday during the Arrowhead Asylum. He's a pocket passer. He's not like these new age quarterbacks that like to run around, the Lamar Jacksons, the Josh Allens, the Patrick Mahomeses, that can run around. He is most comfortable in the pocket, and we have to get him off his spot.
Yeah. Not just that, the defense, man, the defense, I don't know. I don't know who got the memo, but Watson's got no business on Jamar Chase. If you're going to put somebody on Jamar Chase, it's got to be the first round pick, Trent McDuffie, the top 20 pick that we jumped up to get for situations like this. For guys like Jamar Chase. Now, Jamar Chase is a phenomenal athlete. Obviously he's going to need a little bit of extra attention, but going forward into this game, Watson can't be on Chase, man. It's got to be McDuffie. And McDuffie's got to pull a little bit of help from the safeties. Eric Reed, brother, you ran your mouth on social media this week. Like, it's time to step up and it's time to show everybody what you ran your mouth about. Like, this is what we paid you the big bucks for. This is what we brought you into Kansas City for. He was paid like a high tier safety in free agency. It's time for him to perform that way. And these are the games that you do it in. So, the defense has done Cincinnati's defense has done a very good job. Kind of locking the Chiefs up, kind of, preventing them from making those big plays and whatnot. Patrick Mahomes is still going to be Patrick Mahomes. I feel like in the second half, this is kind of the Mahomes formula. You know what I mean? Like, we go back to the AFC Championship, he goes up big, comes into the second half, and then it kind of like it slides a little bit. And then Now in this game, we're kind of seeing Mahomes in a slump. Hopefully in the second half, he kind of figures it out and they start going a little bit more. So, I'm hoping we see a little bit of that in the second half. This game is still, it's not anything to be worried about. This is a tough team. It's a tough road game. Like I said, the Chiefs are 1-5 against the Cincinnati Bengals in the last 6 times where we've met them. So this is not an easy feat for the Chiefs. We saw what Joey Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals did last year with Jamar Chase. We saw what they did in the AFC Championship. This is not a game to take lightly. They're still competing for a division. We're competing for a number 1 seed. I guess my question, James, is what do the Chiefs have to do in the second half to make sure that we walk away with this W?
Well, I'm going to tell you, if for those who are watching, if you are if you're in Kansas and you like to bet, I'd go smash the money line right now on Kansas City while they're down and go smash the money line because they're coming back. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. They're coming back, and in order to do that, it's going to come down to the trenches. It's the battle of the trenches, both offensively and defensively. We have to give Patrick Mahomes time to analyze the field and dissect it, because when he has time, he can hang with the best of them. And then defensively, we have to be able to create pressure on Joey Burrow. And if you don't, like I was saying earlier, and I've been saying it all week long, if you don't get pressure on Joe Burrow, he is going to pick this defense apart. And it doesn't matter who we got on Jamar Chase. It doesn't matter if it's Trent McDuffie, L'Jarius Sneed, or Eric Reed, or Watson. They're gonna find it's not just Jamar Chase. It's T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd and even Samaje Perine, the backup running back, can tear you up. And so when you have multiple weapons like that, you have to throw the timing off. And in order to do that, it starts with pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, I real quick, I want to address some of these comments here. Donnie Dravenverse is watching on Twitch. He says, "Yo, let's go." Donnie, appreciate you coming through. Huckleberry Rattler watching on YouTube says, "We need to go for the kill. I can't stand that cocky team or their fan base." I don't know if I would go so far to say I can't stand them, but I will tell you what. The arrogance that the Cincinnati team has shown, kind of lights a fire under you, and it's going to get really chippy. And I think it's going to get worse in the second half. So I appreciate Huckleberry coming through with that comment. If our defense doesn't straighten up, Chiefs will win it. If our defense doesn't straighten up, Mackenzie Galler, I think she means the Bengals will win it. If our defense doesn't straighten up, I'm not sure.
That's all right.
Greg Whittick says, "Let's go Kansas City." Jeremy Thompson says, "Huge stop by Dunlap. Had to have it. Young secondary, outmatched, and they're getting too much in run game. Have to take something away." Absolutely, Jeremy.
100%.
Daniel Plies says, "That's where they need to tell Steve Spagnuolo to put McDuffie on Chase." Absolutely. You drafted, like I said, you drafted the kid in the first round. You jumped up to the 20 spot to get him. You got to put him in big situations like this. This is where he proves that he was worth that top 20 pick. Justin Reeds is a JAG. Jerry Thompson says, "Just a guy."
Just a guy.
I love
Justin
it. I love
Reed.
it. Adam Cole, baby.
Adam Cole, baby.
MVS is dropping too many gimme passes. I think that was one of the big issues where he didn't excel in Green Bay. He couldn't come through in the big time in big catches. But you know what? That's not what we brought him over here for. We brought him over here for the speed and to make plays. So I'm not too shocked about that. But yes, gimme passes like that where they just put them in your hands like that. You can't drop that, man. I don't know what was going on.
Especially in big games. In big games like this is when you need those.
I don't want to spend too much time on that play, but you know what? I don't know what happened, man. I don't know if he slipped. I mean, it didn't look like he slipped. It just looked like he misplaced his foot and just like stumbled. It was weird. It was an odd play. But and then Adam Cole says just Joshua Williams needs some help. Joshua Williams needs to stay away from Jamar Chase. Joshua Williams can be on T. Higgins, maybe help him out a little bit with some middle linebacker help there with Higgins or some free safety help. But the strong safety and McDuffie, Reed and McDuffie need to be on Chase. Reed needs to step up, put his money where his mouth is. He ran his mouth this week. He needs to step up, and they need to put a stop to Chase. My keys to victory, you're going to find this really weird, man. Jeremy backs it up and says MVS is a professional ball dropper, career 50% dropper. I don't. We'll break that down later this week on Arrowhead Asylum, but I do want to say you're going to find this very, very shocking. My keys to victory in the second half. I don't know if I've said it. I maybe am off the curve a little bit here. Run the damn ball.
Yeah.
Run the ball. Jerick McKinnon is out there grinding, minus the fact that he ran into Allegretti's backside. I don't know what that was. He ran straight into it.
Just a brick wall.
I was like, because I didn't even, it happened so fast. I thought he ran into one of their guys. And then when they showed the replay, I was like, bro, you even tucked your head down and went straight into his butt. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But minus that play, McKinnon has been a dog in this first half. Isaiah Pacheco is running hard. Isaiah Pacheco's been running hard since he made the 53-man roster. Run the ball. There's no reason you're going to run the ball. You're going to open up the pass. You're going to open up the play action. You're going to get the big plays. Stop trying to force the ball down. Stop looking for the big play right now. This is too good of a team. Their defense is too good right now. As you get comfortable running the ball and opening up the play action, Pat's gears will turn. You'll open up those big plays. You'll figure it out. But right now, while you're trying to stay in the game, you need to run the ball. I feel like it's a broken record, brother. I feel like
100%.
I feel like it's a broken record. We've got a couple minutes here before we come back. What
cool. On my side of things, I'll just say once again, and I've said it the whole halftime show. I'm going to say it once again. It's the battle of the trenches, brother. It's the battle of the trenches, and that kind of goes hand in hand to your point. Run the ball. If we can win at the offensive line and on our defensive line, and get pressure on Joey Burrow, I think we come out with the victory. So I'm kind of right there in line with the same notion as you. Run the ball. So
fantastic. Even Nicholas Bucci or Bukai, whatever. I apologize if I butchered that, Nicholas. He says, keep running the ball. Nicholas knows. Dravenverse says, back on, boys. I just watched the kickoff. So you know what? With that being said, guys, we appreciate you joining us for Starcade Media's Halftime Huddle. Enjoy the second half of the game.
Later.